Over the past years I've meditated for hundreds of hours and my meditation course has almost 1000 students. And later in this video I will tell you one of the strangest sober experiences I've had during meditation. There's one big benefit of meditation that no one talks about, and it's not levitation or being able to see through clothing. But still somehow I keep forgetting it, and that's why I'm making this video, to remind myself and to remind you. Yes, meditation is good for getting rid of mental noise, making you relaxed, putting you into the present moment, getting clarity on your goals, getting in touch with yourself and opening up to subtle sensations that you would have normally missed. But these are all building blocks for the overarching benefit, which is aligning with the best version of yourself. And if you have meditated before, I highly doubt that you've ever walked away from a meditation thinking, man, I feel like binge watching and drinking and kicking the neighbors' crying kids. Okay, maybe that last one. And even after hundreds of hours I still keep forgetting how good I feel afterwards. But why do I keep forgetting this feeling? It's because of something I would like to call emotional amnesia. And yes, I know that this is also an official term, but I have reframed it. So here are a few examples of where you go, ah, right, that's what it felt like. Stepping into the spring sun after a long winter. You step out of an airplane and you have that feeling of adventure. Or you fall in love again. Or you start to feel the effects of a psychedelic substance again. You kick the neighbors' crying kids. You rediscover a passion again. Or you meet an old friend. These are all dormant emotions waiting to be experienced again. And this brings me to an experience I've had a few years ago, which I've only told to a few people. It was a normal day in Japan and I was meditating in my dorm room, but all of a sudden my perception shifted. It was as if everything in my experience gained the same value. There was no difference anymore between my thoughts or the bird outside in the trees or my desk. They were all, as Alan Watts would say, all just simply a happening. And I've had this state of mind only one time before, when I was listening to an audiobook by Eckhart Tolle. And this state of mind wasn't scary, I could still think. I was not identified with my thoughts, while at the same time being identified with all of them at the same time. The birds, my thoughts, the desk, they were all just being. I started to journal and I wondered how I couldn't have seen this perspective before, because it was so obvious, but yet I wouldn't be able to tell you how to get there. It wasn't blissful, it wasn't annoying, it wasn't calm. I just saw the things the way they were. The experience lasted for maybe 10 minutes and you might be wondering, how did it change your life? Honestly, not much. It just left me with this idea that different states of mind are possible even without psychedelics. So here's a list of things that meditation did and didn't do for me. It didn't permanently make me happy. I still have to, even after hundreds of hours, keep up the momentum. It didn't make me clairvoyant or give me paranormal, supernormal powers. It also didn't make me believe that chakras exist. Although I do think it's a helpful model and I keep the option open that they might be real. They also didn't turn me into a fireball shooting homeless person, and it also doesn't always make my mind clear and sharp. But what it did do is that it does often process all my scattered thoughts into one big picture. It also gets me more in tune with the present moment. It makes me more aware of subtle sensations. It also often gives me a boost of inspiration, which can be a source of energy but also a pitfall, because if I immediately act on this inspiration without doing any testing, I might waste a lot of time. It also makes me enjoy social situations more because I become more curious, I become less self-obsessed, and I become a better listener. And it also makes me more productive, even though it costs time. It is not as woo-woo as you might think it is, although it does open my mind to alternative ways of thinking. And that is exactly what I'm exploring in these videos. It's the balance between a spiritual path and a career path, which I call the hybrid life. And I'm also really curious to hear which valuable meditation ideas impacted your life. So let me know in the comments. If you want to learn how to meditate, I created a free meditation course, which is still free until it reaches 1000 students. Currently it has a bit more than 900. It has a 4.6 out of 5 stars, and it will just make you stop wondering whether you are doing it right. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and eat your broccoli.